Thank you for joining us on HExagon TV. My name is Jay Pongonis, and I'll be your host today. Today we're going to be talking about emergency system communications, and I'm joined by Dan Heiken, President of Emerge Systems. Dan, can you tell me a little bit about your company and what your mission is?
Yes, sir. We just specialize in emergency communication for the petrochemical industry. When there is an emergency of chemical release, then the information needs to go to a lot of folks rather than just the 911 office. And using the GIS technology, we target that communication so we're not over-notifying, but we're getting the correct audience that we're looking for.
So really, you're talking about helping these large companies streamline their emergency management communications.
Yes. In a large-scale emergency, we may do 8,000 notifications.
Well, that's great. So obviously safety has to be priority one, and you're interested in those people. Can you tell us a little bit about the technology and the way that your company helps people get that information out?
Yes, we have two products essentially that we've built. One is based on GeoMedia Web Map, and that's the product we call eNotify, and it's designed for the chemical plant to make their notifications. And their responsibility when they have a chemical emergency is to notify all the plants within 1 mile, those that are downwind, and the local emergency planning committees, which are essentially 911 offices. So a typical plant may have 20, 30 notifications to make in a matter of minutes, because you're dealing with very deadly chemicals in many cases. Okay. And then on the receiving side, in the 911 offices, our product is called eMerge, and it's built on top of GeoMedia desktop. And what we do there is we take the geometry that the plant defines, and we look for the public notification systems such as sirens, telephone ring down, cable, AM radio, and we activate those systems from a single point of
single point of truth, right?
Activation, yeah.
Yeah, so a 911
dispatcher really has about 3 clicks of the mouse, and they can get their whole system off.
And that speed is the key to
Absolutely.
Get that message out as fast as possible. That's great. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the eNotify?
Sure. eNotify. Each plant sets up their account, so they input their users, they have their chemical lists, they have pre-planned road closures. So when they do an incident, they tell us what the weather conditions are, what chemicals they've released, what they have there. Give us a downwind direction so that we can create the polygons that find the other plants that are in the potential impact area and then make that notification.
That's really fantastic. You're really taking a bunch of different data and fusing it really quickly so that we can keep people safe.
And really, from the chemical industry standpoint, there's two things. Obviously, they want to protect the public. But the second thing is they want to minimize their risk, their liability. Because, let's face it, in today's society, people will go to an ATM and stick their card in there if they think there's a chemical release in the area, just so they can prove they were there.
Wow.
And that has happened. And so from the plant standpoint, you want to minimize the target area, but you want to make it very effective. So you're trying to maximize the efficiency of those local systems that you're using, but you don't want to over-notify because that costs a lot of money.
And scares people when it's unnecessary.
That's true. And when it is unnecessary, if you don't do a targeted notification, you wear them out, and it becomes the syndrome of well, I don't need to worry about that. You know, those sirens go off every day.
Exactly. That's very interesting. So when they have one of these petrochemical releases, can you tell us a little bit about the technology that notifies those people? How is that done?
Well, it's done in a couple of ways. The other plants, what we do is we install a receiving piece that queries our database. So when the plant makes the incident report, we build a table that says these are the organizations that need to be notified. And the receiving software is polling that table constantly, looking for their customer ID and whether it's an acknowledged incident or not. So if it's not acknowledged, it pops up on the screen, they acknowledge it. They also have, what we do is with their users, they tie in their email and their cell phone. So within a plant, we may make 200 notifications to the people that are in there so that they can get out of the way.
Right, within a matter of seconds.
Right.
That's really fantastic. So thank you for joining me, Dan. Look forward to hearing more about your company and your solutions. So
thank you, Jay.
This has been HExagon TV. And thank you for Dan. If you want to learn more about Emerge Systems, please visit their website at emerge-systems.net. And if you'd like to learn more about Hexagon Geospatial, please visit hexagongeospatial.com. If you would like to watch more of these shows, please tune in to hexagntv.com. Thank you for joining us.